each day, for I'm holding my hand, determined to stand, and by His grace I know I'll make it. I'll make it somehow. Dear Lord, I pray, please help me on my way. Give me courage and strength each day, for I'm moving by hand, determined to stand, and by His grace I know I'll make it. I'll make it somehow.
I know not now what tomorrow may bring heartache, disappointment, or pain, but I'm trusting in the Lord, believing in His word, but by His grace I know I'll make it. I'll make it somehow. I know not now what tomorrow may bring. It may bring heartaches, disappointment, or pain, but I'm trusting in the Lord, believing in His word, but by His grace I know I'll make it. I'll make it somehow. Oh, I'll make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow. Carry the cross. Carry the cross. Carry people called by His blessed grace. Yes, I know I'll make it. Yes, I'll make it somehow. 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 Carry the cross. Carry the cross. Carry the cross all the way. Stumble or fall. Stumble or fall. Jesus, hear my call. Hear my people call. By His blessed grace. Yes, I know I'll make it. Yes, I'll make it somehow. Oh, I'll make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow. Carry the cross. Carry the cross. Carry the cross all the way. Stumble or fall. Stumble or fall. Jesus, hear my call. Hear my people call. By His blessed grace. Yes, I know I'll make it. By His blessed grace. Yes, I know I'll make it. By His blessed grace. Yes, I know I'll make it. Yes, I'll make it I'll make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow. Carry the cross. Carry the cross. Carry the cross all the way. Stumble or fall. Stumble or fall. Jesus, hear my call. Hear my people call. By His blessed grace. Yes, I know I'll make it. Yes, I'll make it somehow.
A world of care. In season.
Father, we come again.
This prayer.
We're standing here with all of our cares, all of our concerns.
Tell him.
We stand with our sicknesses,
Yes.
our aches and pains.
Tell him.
We stand, Father, with loved ones on our hearts.
Yes.
We stand here, Father, because we know
We know, Lord. We know.
that you
Yes.
are the healer.
Yes.
We know that you are the provider.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
We know, Father, that there is nothing that our hearts desire
Tell him.
that you cannot take care of.
Yes.
So we come here today, Father, just placing our needs at your feet.
Tell him, sis. Tell him.
We come placing our concerns,
Yes.
our wants, our desires at your feet.
Tell him.
We come, Father, placing our loved ones, those
Yes.
who are ill today,
Yes.
those who could not make it out today. We come, Father, bringing them to you, to your feet.
Yes.
We come, Father, bringing them because we know that through you all things are possible.
All things.
We know that through you all things work together for the good of those who love you and who are called according to you.
Yes, dear God.
We thank you today, Father.
Thank
We
you, Lord.
can
Thank you.
those who are able to walk down the aisle and stand before you, Father, we thank you. Those who are not able to be here, but whose hearts are here, we thank you.
Yes.
Those who have been touched already by your healing hand, Father, we thank you. Thank you for your blessings, Lord. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Thank you for how you've protected us, how you've kept us.
Yes.
When we've seen it and when we couldn't see it. When we didn't know how it happened.
Thank you.
But we know, Father, that you are in control.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
So we thank you today.
Yes.
We thank you for this church that stands on this corner and who bids all who want to come in.
Yes.
Yes, Lord.
And we thank you, Father, for the 120 years that are celebrated for this church being here. It's a beacon of light for you, for the kingdom.
Yes, Lord, yes.
And we just pray, Father, that you continue to bless and to keep those who are in leadership here. Continue to bless and keep those who are toiling for the kingdom.
Yes.
We pray, Father, that you just continue to love and to put your arms around us and to let us know that you are God. And that we don't have to be concerned about what others say or do.
Yes, yes,
because you are in control.
Yes.
We thank you, Father, for this pastor and for how he opens his heart and how he opens his doors and how he is welcoming to all who come.
Yes.
We thank you for his wife and his family who support him. We thank you, Father, for these members who have come and who have gathered and who are holding hands around this altar, Father. We just pray that whatever they're bringing to you today, that you just assure them that if they bring it and leave it here at this altar, that you can handle it. And we just thank you even now.
Thank you, Jesus.
We thank you, Father, because we know that you love us.
Yes.
We know that you are all powerful and all knowing. And even those things that we don't express, Father, we know that you know.
Yes.
And we just pray now that you will touch each person that is here. Bless each person that is here, Father. Bless what they bring to you today.
Yes.
And we pray that they go away from this altar with the assurance that you've heard their prayers, that you know their concerns, and that you know and have it all in your hands. We thank you and praise you today, Father, for just the privilege of coming to you.
Say it.
And we just pray that all that we say and all that we do brings glory and honor to you.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
I pray in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
All right, we'll have our lips read. And this cake someday will never be proud.
Amen. Amen.
Members right here.
Amen.
done for me. Gave me the victory. I love him. I love him. I really love the Lord. I really love the Lord. I really love the Lord. Yes, you don't know what he's done for me. Gave me the victory. I love him. I love him. I really love the Lord. Is there anybody here? Anybody in here that loves my Jesus? Is there anybody here? Anybody here that loves my Lord? Lord, is there anybody in here? Anybody in here that loves my Jesus? Oh, tell me, do you really love the Lord? Is there anybody here? Anybody up in here that loves my Jesus? Is there anybody here? Anybody up in here that loves my Lord? Lord, is there anybody in here? Anybody in here that loves my Jesus? Oh, won't you tell me if you really love the Lord? I really love the Lord.
want to say good morning to you and for all that are present who count the joy as
Numbers, chapter 27, verse 1 through 11. The daughters of Zelophehad approached. Zelophehad was the son of Hephir, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, from the clans of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. These were the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Haglah, Milcah, and Tarzah. They stood before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the leaders, and the entire community at the entrance of the tent of meeting and said, "Our father died in the wilderness, but was not among Korah's followers who gathered together against the Lord. Instead, he died because of his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be taken away from his clan, since he had no son? Give us property among our father's brothers." Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord answered him, "What Zelophehad's daughters say is correct. You are to give them hereditary property among their father's brothers, and transfer their father's inheritance to them. Tell the Israelites, when a man dies without having a son, transfer his inheritance to his daughter. If he has no daughter, give his inheritance to his brother. If he has no brothers, give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father has no brothers, give them his inheritance to the nearest relatives of his clan, and he will take possession of it. This is to be the statutory ordinance for the Israelites of the Lord's commanded Moses." May the Lord have a blessing to the readers and the hearers and the doers of his word.
I will be reading from the 36th chapter of Numbers, verses 1 through 13. Now the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilead, the sons of Machir, the sons of Manasseh, of the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spoke before Moses and before the leaders, the chief fathers of the children of Israel. And they said, "The Lord commanded my father Moses to give the land as inheritance by lot to the children of Israel. And my Lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of our brothers Zelophehad to his daughters. Now if they married to any of the sons of other tribes, the children of Israel, then their inheritance will be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and it will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry, so it will be taken from the lot of our inheritance. And when the Jubilee of the children of Israel comes, then their inheritance will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So their inheritance will be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of the Lord, saying, "What the tribe of the sons of Joseph speak is right. This is what the Lord commands concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, Let them marry whom they think best, but they may marry only within the family of their father's tribe. So the inheritance of the children of Israel shall not change hands from tribe to tribe, for every one of the children of Israel shall keep the inheritance of the tribe of his father. And every daughter who possesses an inheritance to any tribe of the children of Israel shall be the wife of one of the families of her father's tribe, so that the children of Israel each may possess the inheritance of his father. Thus no inheritance shall change hands from one tribe to another, but every tribe of the children of Israel shall keep its own inheritance. Just as the Lord commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad for Mahlah, Taza, Holah, Micah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married to the sons of their father's brothers. They were married into the family of the children of Manasseh, the sons of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of their father's family. These are the commandments and the judgments which the Lord commanded the children of Israel by the hands of Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho.
Again, we want to look at Joshua chapter 17 as you find it. And we want to read from verse 3 to verse 6. We're talking about the allotment again. And with this allotment, you'll start understanding more and more about the Word of God.
From the book of Joshua, chapter 17, verses 1 through 6. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, namely for Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he was given Gilead and Bashan. And there was a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh, according to their families. For the children of Abiezer, the children of Helek, the children of Asriel, and the children of Shechem, the children of Hepher, and the children of Shemida. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, according to their families. Verse 3. But Zelophehad had the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the rulers, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brothers. Therefore, according to the commandment of the law of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among their father's brothers. 10 shares fell to Manasseh, besides the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side of the Jordan. Verse 6, because the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead.
The problem is, this is called one of the great problems. They had no sons, but it had been worked out that they would get an inheritance. Now, the problem comes about with the Zelophehad that their father died not because of the wrongdoing when the land opened and swallowed those up who will not follow God, who was disobedient, but they died because of their own sins. And so in Joshua chapter 17, and then in Numbers chapter 27, 1 through 11, Numbers 36, 1 through 13, this section is seen as a land grant narrative. From Joshua chapter 14 through 19, you see this great land grant. There is Caleb, and Caleb comes and reminds them of his inheritance. And it is granted that Caleb gets his inheritance. Then Manasseh and Ephraim have problems, and what is clear is that these are black women. And if you do understand, Joseph married and is given a black wife in Genesis chapter 41. You read Genesis chapter 41 when he interprets the dream of the king, then he's given a wife and he's able to ride in the second chariot. Not in the first chariot with the king, that's already filled, but he can ride in the second chariot. He's given a chalice around his neck, or an emblem that sticks on his neck, and then he receives a wife. She's an African lady. And when sisters get riled up, or when any woman get riled up, when she knows she's right, she will fight for what is right. That's one thing that we really have to understand. The scripture proves out that they come to present themselves before the priests, Eleazar, Joshua the son of Nun, had already been before Moses, and they come for the land that belongs to them. They want the same portion as the fighting men that's in their tribe. And they come to get what's theirs. And whenever a woman comes to get what's theirs, she comes to get it. Now, I looked at some of the scriptures in Proverbs, and it said, it is better to live in the desert than with the quarrelsome woman. It's like being an outcast in the desert. Proverbs 21, verse 9. It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. That's what it says in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 13 and 14. A foolish son is the ruin of his father, and a quarrelsome wife is the contemptuous dripping of rain. You know how a sink can just drip, and how rain could just drip through the hole, and the more dripping, the larger it becomes. Drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop. And so you can't sleep, you can't rest for all of that dripping and noise. Some of us can, but the majority of us cannot. Whosoever says to the wicked, in Proverbs 20, chapter 25, verse 24, whosoever says to the wicked, you are right, will be cursed by people and hard by a nation. Watch what you say. Watch how and who you say it to. Stop backing up that which is wrong and stand for that which is right. If you don't stand for that which is right, you're going to fall for everything that comes along. And so these women come, and to really comprehend what's going on in these chapters, the land of Canaan is also full of dark complexioned people. Canaan, and it's a fight with black on black crime. One comes to Joshua. This is nothing new. God says, move them out. And so that's what Israel comes to do, but to catch it, that the two sons of Joseph, the half tribe, 1.5 tribe, gets more allotment. They get 12 lots in comparison to others getting 10 lots. They all are upset. Manasseh is the oldest son. Ephraim is the second born son. And sometimes That's where the problem starts. It's jealousy. When the people start bickering, but they understood the importance of the land. Most of us do not understand the importance of the land. I'd rather stay in the house with the lights out and the water not running, but hold on to the land. If it's fertile ground, you can grow wheat and corn. Many things you can do with the land. Depends upon how much you own. An acre, a lot, you can have a truck garden that can feed you. A lot of things one can do with the land. And so these are the grandchildren of Joseph. And they're there, and the daughters said they should get the same thing that the fighting men receives. So when one looks at it, God already in Numbers have said, give them what they want. We're in Taylor message, pay the lady. The lady come to be paid, and the pay is to be paid off in land. Not only land for them, but land for their future. But the conditions is they would have to marry one of their cousins. To entice the cousins to marry them, then that's where the stuff starts. Now, when I look at the names, Heifer is one of the first ones. Heifer, Milah, Nora, Hoglah, and Mekah, and Terah. When we start understanding what's really going on, is that there are some problems, and the problem is dealing with women. They couldn't own land, couldn't have nothing in their name, because on marriage, they would lose the property. And so the idea was to keep the property they had within the clan or the tribe. Hagala means magpie. It's black magpie. If you know about the magpie, sometimes you've seen the bird, the black bird in cartoons. And so you get the picture. Milah is the middleness, of mildness. Nora, anything, there is nothing yet. Metcalf is counseling, and Tirzah, to give, or fact. You get the picture. The whole picture is these women need some help, and property entices them to go a little further. Don't think you're going to get what you want. You've got to get something. A lot of folks want everything, but they have nothing to offer. Some people come with high and great demands, but they have nothing to offer. And so when they come before Joshua, Joshua goes to God, and God has already did that. And this is what makes the women mad, because you've already done this. God has already said, give us the land. And so we don't have anyone to claim it, and so it was already worked out. We would get the land. And so when they take on all of this fight, when you get a woman stirred up, look out. To be a ruler, to be a head, to be a leader, you got to be ready to deal with all kinds of problems. Whatever comes up, you got to handle it. Joshua was able to handle this problem. First of all, he turned it over to the Lord, and he worked it out. It was already in God's hands. You don't have to put it in his hands. It's already in his hands. Do y'all not know that it never leaves his hand? The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. What Psalm 19 will tell you. It already belongs to him. All problems belong to him. Earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. Your problem is not bigger than your God. Your God is bigger than your problem. And so take your problem to the Lord and leave it there. That's what we don't want to do. We want to hold on to God and tell God what to do. We want to tell the pastor how to work out the problem. Don't just go to God. I won't tell you what to tell God. It doesn't work that way. You got to go to God and let God work it out. Now some of us want to know, did God really say that? Why? Because we want it our way. But his way is the best. Let him work it out what's best for us. He can work it out. And so they go to see that God, that they put it in his hand, and God worked it out in their favor. He can turn it around. You think it's going one way, but there's a divine conjunction. But the Lord. Sometimes we leave God out of the equation. Don't leave God out of your equation. Keep him in the equation. Let him work it out. And that's what these 5 ladies did. They let God work it out. They carried it to Ebenezer, and they carried it to Joshua, and they reminded him what God had said, and they worked it out. He paid the lady out. Well, it was out on the hill called Calvary that Christ had died, and the women stood there, his mother, and other women that was at the cross. They stood around the cross, and they watched him die. But he turned his mother over into John, his good friend, put her in John's hand, and John became her son, and she became John's mother. What a treasure. What a friend we have in Jesus. Just put it all in his hand. All of our sins and grief to bear. What a privilege it is to carry everything to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful? I want to know who else you're going to go to. Who else you're going to put all your trust in. And so that's what it is. They put it all in his hand. Christ died out on that hill called Calvary, but bright early, women came to the tomb with spice and to deal with the body. But when they get to the tomb, they discovered he's not there. Did he not tell you that he was going to rise? Did he not tell you it was going to be a great getting up morning? Fare you well. In that great getting up morning. And so they saw someone that looked like a caretaker. And so he said, you go back and tell my disciples and Peter, I have risen. So they go back and they tell Peter and John. And they hurried to the cross to find out that he got up and he got out of that tomb. That the grave couldn't hold him. Oh no, it couldn't hold him. And if the grave couldn't hold him, it can't hold us. Some glad morning, when this life is over, I'll fly away. Not only I, but we gonna fly away. God shall come with a shout and the voice of an archangel, and the dead in Christ shall rise. On that great getting up morning, fare you well. Get your house in order. COVID is running rampant. Is your house in order? Death is raging. Is your house in order? You got to get your house in order. The old folks were saying, it's me. It's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me. Me, O Lord. Get your house in order. Turn it over to him and let him work it out. I'm yours, Lord. I belong to you. I'm your servant. I've heard your voice. Pass me not. I'm crying out to you. Savior! Oh, blessed Savior. Won't you hear my humble cry? God loves you. He has a plan for your life. And so on that great morning, he promised that he prepared a home for us. He promised that one day we're going to rise, we're going to be caught up to meet him in the air. May God bless you. May he keep you. Is my prayer. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Is your house in order? Is it well with your soul? Are you sure that you can put all your trust in Jesus? May God bless you. May he keep you, in my prayer. Just a closer walk with thee. Grant it, Jesus, if you please. Daily. I'm talking about every day. So don't forget to wear your mask. Don't forget to wash your hands. Don't forget to keep on praying and trusting in the Lord. May he keep you in his care.
At this time, we're going to extend the invitation to Christian discipleship. Because there just might be someone out there tonight under the sound of my voice who needs to get to know him. There may be someone under the sound of my voice that has not forgotten the things of the past.
All right.
And there just might be somebody under the sound of my voice who needs to learn how to endure. And there just might be someone that needs to learn how to keep their eyes on the prize. And if by chance that someone just may be you, all you have to do is to come up and take on this.
All right.
God is waiting on you. The preacher already said. That's all you have to do, my brothers and sisters. If you have not given your life to Christ tonight, now is the opportunity. What better day to give your life to Christ than, well, we're going to say, what better night to give your life to Christ than right now?
Right now. Amen.
Somebody start a song.
Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus just now.
If you want to be in it to win
To Jesus.
come to Jesus.
Come to Jesus just now.
What would he do?
Only trust him. Only trust him. Only trust him just now. Trust him. Only trust him just now. He will save you. He will save you. He will save you
When?
just now.
What would he do?
He will save you. He will save you just now.
We have done as the Lord has commanded, and yet there's still room. Pastor Morris.